Welcome to the Gonzo Chronicles. I'm your host, Cyrus Alderwood, the official spokesman for Generation X. Stick around. It's going to get weird, as always. And welcome to another episode of the Gonzo Chronicles. This is your host, Cyrus Alderwood. And joining us today is our favorite, Elizabeth Cooper. How you doing, Elizabeth?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all sunshine and cookies. It's after the holidays. I'm planning my liposuction surgery next week. No, I'm totally kidding. But if I did cut myself shaving, I'd probably bleed grease or something. Not at this point. I've had so much to eat during the holidays. But you guys have a good one? You guys have fun?
Yeah, we had fun. We still have little ones at home and stuff. So some of them get really excited. Some of them are like, yeah, I know what's up. And I'm like, I don't care if you know what's up. If you don't believe, Santa doesn't come for you. So they shut up real quick. But it was more fun when they were really little because at least the last three of them were really little, we always had a fireplace.
Yeah.
So I would tell them when they were bad, I'm like, you need to go talk to the fireplace because that's your direct line to Santa. And I have videos of them standing there going, I'm so sorry, Santa, that I hit my brother. I won't do it again. I love you. And I'm just like videotaping this whole thing like a psychotic mother. But oh my gosh, it was hilarious. So, that's great. It straightens them up when the elves come. I am not an elf fan. Are you?
You know what? I kind of got into that because I would write letters. My niece and nephew, my nieces and nephews, they were growing up, they would write letters to Santa, and of course, my sisters would send me these letters, and I would write back, and I had a great time pissing my brother off because my little niece Lindsay, oh my goodness, she would not disappoint Santa at all on Christmas Eve, and she was such a good little girl, and I would get these letters about what she would want and so forth, and I would write back, and I would be like, you know, well, you've been a good girl, so I'll look into all this. And, the elves checked in and you've been really good. And I would name the elves like so and so stopped to visit. And they, everybody was asleep, but they hung out with the dog and they went, let me tell you what happened. I would tell them this crazy story about the elves and the dog getting out in the middle of the night, one riding it like a horse and getting in trouble and mischief and all these funny stories. And then at the end, I would say, hey, you're always so good with snacks that you leave out for me, but some of the reindeer feel left out and some of the elves, and they have a few requests, and I would put down stuff like slice of cheese pizza with mayonnaise, um like some candy that's really hard to find that you'd have to show up at Cracker Barrel that somebody 80 years old would eat, and like just black licorice or like one color of jelly bean, just weird stuff, toast with ketchup on it or something for one of the reindeer, like leave out celery for the other one. And my brother-in-law would be so pissed off. He'd be like, man, this little girl is not going to not stop hounding me until I go all over town finding this dumb shit you want me to leave it out all night long. I've got to stop by Papa John's on the way in. No one wants pizza. It's Christmas, right? It's like, I've got to go. Anyway, I thought it was hilarious, just hilarious. And I had a moment of sadness. I was telling you, Christmas on Christmas Day, and then not from any people gone, but it's like here come all these kids in the living room, and I'm thinking, man, they all used to write to Santa, and no one does it anymore. and I have no one to write letters and make up stories about elves, you know. And then I thought, hey, man, relax. It's okay. Because I thought of my buddy Blaine, and his son's dyslexic. And for 2 or 3 years there, he was writing letters to Satan instead of Santa. And that poor kid had little bit of a rough childhood, you know. Don't want to get into the ins and outs of that poor kid. But anyway, that's not the letters you want to be writing. And, you know, when I got them in the mail, I'm like, I don't know what to say. So I just went along with it. Kid had nightmares. I'm not allowed at their house anymore. So it's bad, Elizabeth.
That's awesome. It's got to be really great to be an author and an uncle because that's
Oh,
like so naughty of you.
oh, it was great. The stories.
Earth for the last mega red hot ball.
Oh yeah, I had those on there one night too, one Christmas too. Those hot balls, and
Yeah.
then like those melon. What are those little things that sour balls, those like sour lemon things? Oh my God, they're horrible.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yeah,
terrible.
the props.
Yeah, that's it. My niece gave me one when she was little, and I was driving. She started laughing. It wasn't funny because I was swerving on the road. I didn't know what that was. That hit me out of nowhere. I'm like, I'm coughing. Like, what'd you give me? And she's like, ha ha ha, it's so funny. I'm like, we're gonna die. It's not funny, but that was terrible.
Those are the lemon drop. Lemon drops are just a lemon hard candy. I think you're talking about warheads.
Maybe that's it. It was terrible.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
it was like the sourest, hottest. It's like if somebody gave me like one of those what are those really crazy hot peppers? Those
Uh,
ghost peppers.
peppers.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, with like covered in lemon juice or something. It's just like it's so bad I still taste it. You know what I mean? And
Uh-huh.
this has been like 20 years ago, but crazy stuff. So how's your show going? The Caffeinated Cooper show.
It's going well. You know, we had a big show day at the end of the year, and we've had a couple of really great shows. So I just came off of a show earlier this evening, and that is available on YouTube in just a couple of days. It's now taking a few days for YouTube to catch up to that. But it is with Ella Scaduto, and Ella is a matchmaker. So she's the smoky matchmaker, and she serves the whole state of Tennessee. But she, in particular, is located in Nashville. So it's a really cool thing. You can look up her website, which is Smoky Mountain, not Smoky Mountain, but Smoky is for the Smoky Mountains. That's a way to remember it. SmokyMatchmaker.com. And she's got events, she has all types of things. But, you know, she was such an interesting guest this evening that I've never had a matchmaker on before. And I, you know, of course, racked her brain with all different questions. And I said, what about the gold diggers? What about the guys that just want a model and, you know, they're just looking to hook up with really great models? And she's like, no, we don't take them. We're not here for that. We're here for the lifelong match. I said, okay. And she said, you know, it's a lot of fun. I also work with seniors. I thought, oh, how cool is that? She's like, I love working with seniors because they're so authentic. They've been through it all. So they know what they want, they know what they don't want. And you know, it's just a lot of fun. So she was really cool. We have a lot of more interviews coming, and they will go throughout the whole spring. We're going to do a couple in the summer and then kick it back up in the fall. So yeah, definitely, you know, go to YouTube. It's the Caffeinated Cooper Show channel. We're also an Apple, and not Apple. We are a Amazon Prime Video, and our distribution is Binge Network. So we're on the Binge Networks. We're on Hero Go. We're on so many different platforms. But yeah, thank you for asking.
Now, are you still on Roku? Is that still? Um,
So you know what? I think they've changed networks. So that was with the production company that I was working with in 2016. And we were filming the Elizabeth Cooper show, which was a live format talk show. And we shot that at the Atlanta Comedy Theater. And so that was really, really cool. And yes, that was on